Alright, so I guess it's time for another video. They're starting to call me a video in some places, but that's alright with me. Anyway, me too. Can I restart this thing? Start over? I don't know what I'm talking about. So anyway, here's another installment of Peyton Place. Enjoy. I want to draw a stark contrast between two things real quick. Good evening, Arizona, state of Arizona, because I'm finding out Arizona is just so heavy into this. It's unbelievable. All the nations, all the tribes and nations of the natives that are in the state of Arizona are all over this thing, and I had no clue. And I'm so freaking supercharged about that. We'll get into more about that in the American government, as you know. You try and say that the nations, the natives, are defeated and conquered people, and you treat them like that. Well, they were never conquered, and they were never defeated, and they're all coming back. So they got a lot of payback on you guys. And the same, anyway, we'll talk about that another time. That was just a little preface, you know what I'm saying? A little preface. So I want to talk about a few things tonight, as I've been instructed to do. One of them by the missus and all of us. And in verse again, the death, the very timely death of Stacey Hayes, the shitbag queen of the damned. And I came to find out that there's, like, she had kind of a cult following with some asshole, demons out there. And one of them was AOC, the House of Representatives, House of Representative person. Like, her initials are AOC, but Ocasio or something like that. I can't think of her. Is it Angela? Well, it's Angela Ocasio or something like that. Anyway, she's a House of Representatives person, right? And she said that she's having a hard time believing. Is this true? That Stacey Hayes is dead. Well, she's dead, and Savannah put the death certificate, yes, and everything out, place of all that up online. Savannah went on. She's an attorney, right? She knows how to do these things online. So when she Tulsa Police Department and found the death, everything from the police department and the death certificate, both. So she's dead. You can go on the website. I guess it's the website that I'm talking about. I'm not familiar with it, but I've actually never been there. But you can go on the website, and Savannah Guthrie has provided the death certificate and the police report from the Tulsa City Police Department, City, County, anyway, the Tulsa Police Department. All right, so check it out. So she is dead, Miss Ocasio-Cortez, or whatever your name is, Ocasio. I'm not really familiar with you, but I know that you're against me. Yeah, AOC. I'll just say AOC. I was told to say AOC. I know you're against me and have been and all that, and along with Stacey Hayes. But I want to say one thing about Stacey Hayes, Miss Ocasio, House of Representatives person. She and I didn't really even know each other. I mean, that's the whole funny thing about all this. Like I said, we dated for about 3 months, and there was never going to be any long-term committed relationship with one of us. And in fact, at the end of the time when I started to have to get reborn, my time for rebirth, she started to go histrionic on my ass. She was coming around my apartment at, like, what time was it, 7 o'clock in the morning, Father? Yeah, she would come around my apartment at 7 o'clock in the morning and bang on it. She just was histrionic. I mean, that's the term, but she just, what it is demonic histrionic, so she's dead now. Like it or not, Ocasio, anyway, AOC, whatever. I was told to say that because I was told that you didn't believe that she was dead or talk some shit or something. So, long goodbye, Stacey Hayes. Okay, so on to the more important things. We watched a movie tonight. It's called More Than Fry Bread by Holt Hamilton. There's the screenplay. He wrote it, directed it, produced it, and all that kind of stuff with a lot of help from a lot of friends. But he's a Navajo in Arizona. And again, these guys are going to be really heavily involved. Holt Hamilton and his production company and stuff, and all the nations that come from the state of Arizona, which is 22? Is that all it is? Just 22. I mean, that's a lot, but I mean, I wasn't sure. That's all. Okay, because I heard that earlier. So 22 different tribes and nations represented in the state of Arizona will be attending heavily at the wedding and the subsequent weeks and all that kind of stuff, and be involved with entertainment and things like that. They're bringing all their attire and stuff, all their tribal stuff, and they're going to put on a show, quite a show. That's going to be the best part. Father God loves this stuff, and these are some very fierce individuals. We're talking about the one who yawns, okay, otherwise known as Geronimo, but that's not his actual native name. all these folks are going to be coming back. The United States government should know that. You don't notice. Of course, you already know that to some extent. But their spirit lives in other people now. And Father God is not happy about the way you treated the natives all those years ago. So the same demons that are alive today and you troops and all that kind of stuff were the same ones long ago. So it's time for the nations to come after us. That's what they're going to do. So I want everyone to know that comes to the wedding like that. I can't wait to meet you guys from Arizona. I love all that stuff, especially Apache and 22 different. I had no idea there was that many nations represented in the state of Arizona, because I think there's like 78 in the state of Oklahoma, but they were all forced to go there. I mean, it wasn't, your nations are all indigenous to the state of Arizona area anyway. So 22 is awesome, man. I can't wait to meet y'all. So they're gonna be heavily involved in that security and everything. Oh, and I want to say this too, and I say this to all the natives and all that, the tribes and nations, all that. We kind of got a joke going. So, the Phoenix, Arizona baseball team, or the Arizona D-backs, short for Diamondbacks, right? But see, it turns out if you read the Tree of Life writing that is written about, it's okay to be a snake now. It's just not okay to be a red-faced dragonfly. You can be a Red Devil too. Arizona State University, the Arizona State University Red Devils. It's okay to be a Red Devil because now he's a red-faced. It's not really that. He's a red-faced dragonfly. So it's okay. In other words, it was just a story in the first place, and everything got blown out of proportion to a large degree by those people trying to utilize the snake and all that kind of. It's okay to be a snake, just not a red-faced dragonfly. So now watch, all these red-faced dragonflies are going to start popping up, but that's the way they do it anyway. Have fun, no problems. All right, so what else was I supposed to talk about? Hang on, let me put this over here. Put the tag on. What else was I supposed to talk about? I did. I'm fine, right? Okay. Yeah, more than fry breads. They're going to be heavily involved. Holt Hamilton and all the actors and everything that were in the movie and stuff like that. More than fry bread. I highly recommend it, especially if you're a nation, part of a tribe or nation. You're going to love it if you haven't already seen it. More than fried bread. And everybody in the tribes and nations know what fried bread is, right? Okay, well, check it out. It's a funny movie. So, I can't wait to meet Arizona. Like I said, I could talk about you guys all the time. The Apache down there and all that. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. You guys are going to shine up there in New York City. I can't wait to see it all happen. And again, they're all coming back with us. I mean, they're part of the family, And the way the American government treats them, Canadian government too. Canadian government too is guilty of the same sins. Okay, these are sins that are unforgivable because you guys are fucking evil. You're not, humans. We're all sin-free. I wrote about it. Just don't be a red-faced dragonfly with a tail that draws a third of the angels, aka the third of the stars of, the sky out of the heavens. So it's all in Revelation, but it is just a story too. So anyway, enjoy it. Anything else, dear wife of mine? Give me a kiss. She just gave me a kiss in the spirit. I see her quite. She's so beautiful. Val and Charlie, anything? Sure. Mallory? Anything, dear? Talk about any incidents that I forgot to talk about, like shooting up the place and all that kind of shit like they're doing now. It's so wild, man. They bought it. Oh, and that's what I need to talk about, isn't it? Oh, there's one thing. So Olin, there's companies that make not weapons, but ammunition for the army, the military, and stuff like that. There's a bunch of them, This particular incident happened with the company called Olin. Olin Ammunition, right? Olin Ammunition. So the head of Olin is a fucking demon, and he's been trying to kill me for years with ammunition and stuff like that. He's provided. So what happened was this. Were they responsible for that too? Down in Tahlequah? So Olin was responsible for all that. Was it 9mm? All the 9mm ammunition that I got shot at with through the Navy SEALs using. They had one of those miniguns, the miniguns pointed at me, and it just ran all day long, and the shells piled up. And how many 9mm? Your father can give you the exact number of 9mm shells they fired at me, just like nonstop. One of those. What do they call it? A minigun. That's what it is, right? An electric minigun. Yeah, so check it out, man. They shot at me all fucking day long with that 9mm. So anyway, back to the current Olin thing. I know as well. Turns out the president, CEO, whatever he is, he's a bad demon, right? So he actually had his company manufacture. It was 9mm. Had 3,000 rounds of 9mm ammunition with my name. It said "fuck Mark Morris." It said it had finely engraved, like a laser or whatever. Finely engraved "fuck Mark Morris" on the casing. Really, on the brass case. Fuck you, Mark Morris. Fuck you, Mark Morris. On the bullet casing. 3,000 rounds of 9mm with it engraved on the side of the casing, and the brass casing. Fuck you, Mark Morris. As they shot at me, it was supposed to go fuck you every time. So, bottom line, what happened to the ammo? It was here in St. Louis at the facility there downtown at that Robert building, the federal building in downtown. The one that looks like a castle with a turret on it. That weird looking building. So they had it there. And it's going to be dispersed by handfuls, and people are just going to just, shoot at me with it, whether they're in practice, target practice, whatever, or actually at me. So that was courtesy of Olin Ammunition, CEO and all that, bad demons. So what happened to it was this. Was it Vale and Charlie and Devereaux? Okay. I want to say hey again to Devereaux Jagger, Mick Jagger's son, youngest son, because he's all over this stuff too, and him and his guys too. I've been remiss the last couple of days. He's got all this crap on my head. But Father's starting to kind of drain my brain a little bit. So hey to Mick and the family, especially you, Devereaux, and your guys and gals. Sorry about that. So they're in this heavy too. So those three groups, yes? Okay. So Devereaux and his, and then remember aloof. Yeah, Devereaux's definitely aloof. I gotta clean my head. Charlie and his aloof, right? Okay, female aloof too, right? So Charlie and his guys, and Vale and her girls. Okay, Vale and her girls. They went in and literally vaporized. Again, we can do these things. It's Father's creation, and we vaporized. They obliterated, right? Took out of existence the 3,000 rounds of ammunition with my name on it. Charlie did that. The last round, Charlie kept one round in his materialized hand, and he made it. He showed it to him you'll see the video if you want to. And Charlie made it poof disappear out of his hand, completely obliterated. Because thank you, Father, for all that cool stuff. But does that cover it? Okay. So it all disappeared thanks to the kids, the youth of today. 8 years old. How was the youngest? 6. The youngest involved was 6 years old. So they have so much more on the ball than the special forces and all that guy. The guys that just don't know how to think. All they are is trained. They don't know how to think. They just do what they're trained to do. They just don't think. And I can show you an example of that. Threw a grenade at me. I told you guys that the other night, that's today or something. But they're just trained. So anyway, I guess that's it. Should I go ahead and send this off? All right. So I want to say hey to Council Towers apartment next door. I love you, ladies, gentlemen, and ladies, Courtney and company. Rent Cafe, I want to say hey to you now. St. Louis Housing Authority, Ashley and Company, say hey to you. I love you. The Crosses, Dr. and Mrs. Cross, I love you, of course, always. Always care. I know because you always care, for sure. Paula and family. Gwen and family. Now, Gwen is your aunt, right, Paula? That's okay. I'd forgotten that. That Gwen that I talked to, the cook that was always care, she cooked for our meals and everything. She's the aunt of Paula Peoples, who okay. Paula Peoples is her full name. But so now Paula Peoples people know that she's a part of this and has been. But yeah, Gwen is her aunt. I'd forgotten that till just now. So Gwen and Paula, I love you guys. Miss Cook, I love you always, Miss Cook. Good nurse, I love you. Sweet Nurse Annette, I love you too, my dear. Who am I leaving out? Anybody? I hope not. But I want to say hey to you guys all the time and just take the time to do it. It just doesn't take that much time. Because I always want you guys to know I love y'all. All right, so I'm going to cook our book, I guess, like that. Make like a tree and leaf. Make like a hockey team and get the puck out of here. Sorry, I got to go. I'll say, so that's it? Okay, Charlie, go.